You're watching Chipola College Television.
Welcome to Exploring the Panhandle. I'm your guest host today, John Gardner, where we take a look at things and cool events across the Panhandle. Now there's a lot of neat things happening across the Panhandle of Florida, and I'm at one of them. I'm at the Dayspring Christian Academy Car Show. Now it's getting bigger and better every single year. You know, I host Tech Garage, and I'm also instructor at the Chipola Automotive Center at Chipola College. Join Chase and I as we go around and check out some of these cool cars. Now, it wouldn't be a car show without a 57 Chevy and a 56 pickup truck, but I'll do you one better. Married 28 years. June and Glenn, you guys, this is your hobby. This is what you do. How'd you get into this?
Well, when we got married, Glenn had the truck, and I just noticed how well he took care of it. Every time he drove it, he wiped it off. And so I told him I was a banker and I wanted something that appreciated in value instead of depreciating. And
right.
I thought, I've never owned a classic, and I chose the 57. That was the prettiest one to me. I remember when it came out. And everybody in Alpha, where I was born and raised there, you know, was just oohing and awing over the looks of the 57. So
Now tell me, Glenn, what did you do to it? Let's talk about the 57 Chevy, then we'll go over to your truck.
Well, I wound up changing the 4-speed out,
Right.
For the automatic, because we travel lots on this car. We've been all over the United States on this car with our little dog.
Okay, good. So
And,
that thing drives every day. Good riding car.
Oh, yeah. I first put a 350 in it because the 327, according to June, wasn't big enough.
Exactly.
So
Mrs. Chrome.
I put a 350 in it, and she said, well, I still need a little more power.
Wow.
So I actually put a 406 myself.
Oh, you built it yourself. Okay, then we're to this one. All right.
406, rollers and everything in it. And one of my buddies told me about 3 weeks after she'd been driving it that she was burning rubber when she left Smith's Supermarket in Alpha.
Nice job.
She told me she had got on some loose gravel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell them about the interior. That's pretty cool.
Well, the interior is original in the back, but we got a White Mountain upholstery in Youngstown to do the front seats.
Right.
The front seats are out of a 70 model Rambler station wagon. And Clinton Mears turned me on to those. He told me that's the seats you need.
Nice.
When we was traveling,
Comfortable.
those seats lay back down and actually
they
make a
recline.
bed. But
There you
need
go.
some rest in
Wow.
the roadside park.
Well, that 57 goes all over. Now tell me about your pickup truck. June told me a little secret. Now that's some special match paint just for you guys.
Yes. I've owned this truck since 69 or 70, and it was in storage for several years while I was overseas in the military. And I took it to Germany with me twice. It's been all over Europe and everything. The Germans wanted to buy it a lot of times over there. But I had the 235 6-cylinder when I first took it over there. And the Autobahn, you know, there's no speed limit. So
Right.
I didn't get past very many people over there with my truck.
I bet you would now.
Yeah.
What you got under the hood?
It's got a 350, 330 horse.
330 horse?
Yes.
Automatic or manual?
It's 4-speed.
4-speed?
No, it's a 700R.
700R4 automatic. Very cool.
Same thing as this right. 700R in both of them.
And what else did you do to the truck? Just kind of take us around it if you could.
It's got a 70 model rear end underneath it, and got a 70 model front end underneath the frame. And it's got the air conditioning, the comfort and everything. We got old folks seats for the lumbar control and the
Nice.
seats.
Old folks, I would like that too.
yeah.
Well, you guys, this is a phenomenal story. Thank you so much for bringing them out. Glenn, thank you for your service. I appreciate that. The beautiful cars. June, so much. We appreciate you. This is incredible. Not only the human story, great way to go out and enjoy a nice Saturday here at the car show. Married couple, great time here at Dayspring. Found one that's calling my name. Born in 1966, Cadillac DeVille. Scott, this thing's a beast, man. Me and you are two big guys. I can see my wife, my kids back there. We could just be cruising this thing around. I love this car. Tell me all about it.
It's a 1966 DeVille, convertible, all original, 429 automatic. Just found it about 6 months ago. Just been playing with it, riding around, enjoying it.
Where'd you get it from?
Come from a buddy of mine in North Carolina.
You drive it around?
Yeah, we drive it around. We drive to Mariana all the time. We live in Cottondale.
Do you?
Yeah, we drive. We get it out and ride around. And
Man, this thing is huge. I mean, it's phenomenal. In 1966, how's the ride?
It rides great. It's just like floating on a cloud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine. I can't wait. I want to give it a test drive, man. My wife asked you if we can rent it for the weekend. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Awesome. Well, you may see me around town in this one, that's for sure. There's so many other ones here at the Day Spring Car Show. Check them out.
I'm here with Steve, and he's got a really cool 68 Firebird, and it's a barn find. Can you tell us a little bit about that barn find?
Sure. We were lucky enough to win the bid on eBay. It was out of Bedford, Massachusetts. The car only had 27,000 original miles on the body. The original owner had blown the engine in 1976, put it back into the barn and pulled the engine out and left it set. We purchased the car. It didn't have the original engine. We got a 350 crate engine dropped in it. While we were at it, we did some upgrades. We put disc brakes on the front. We added power steering to it, air conditioning, and went with the aluminum radiator for better cooling and upgraded it, and had the car repainted. It's back to the original factory color, nightshade green, which was a rare color. We did upgrade the interior a little bit, went to the houndstooth interior on it, and it originally had 14-inch wheels. We upgraded to 15-inch with the Krager style wheels to give it a little more aggressive look, dual exhaust, and we drive it everywhere. We've been as far as Lakeland, Florida here recently with it, and north up around Atlanta, so we drive it wherever we go.
You got any future plans for this car?
Not too much additional things we want to do. I am thinking about adding cruise control to it, believe it or not, just because we do so many long trips or 5-6 hour drive trips. But other than that, the car is pretty much where we want it to be.
Here, you got air conditioning. This thing's ready to ride. Let's go over and see what John's doing and checking out.
Well, walking around the car show, I found two things famous. I found a 2009 Saturn Sky that's famous for its reasons, and I also found Ron Howard. Now, not the Ron Howard you're thinking about, but hey, your car's famous, Ron. Tell us about the Skyline and what's the story with Saturn here?
Well, before Saturn was retired, they tried to reinnovate themselves, and one of the things they tried to do was reach out to sports cars fans. They came out with the Saturn Sky alongside with Pontiac, who made the Solstice. These car years ran from 2007 to 2010. This is a 2009, and it was one of the last ones to roll off, especially in this color here. They made only 8 2010s, and they were all manual ragtop convertibles, and there were only 3 hardtops ever made. So this is the Redline Turbo. It's got the turbo inside 4-cylinder engine here.
Now, Ron, is that all factory?
Mine is pretty much factory. I just did a few repairs to it and just added a little color to it, but mine's just pretty much basic factory, and that's how I wanted to keep it, because it's going to be worth a lot in the future.
That's right. Now, this is a turbo car, so you said they're trying to get into that market in those couple of years. I mean, it's a pretty fast car.
It's pretty fast. It's got real great acceleration. It's what makes this car enjoyable to drive. It's when you feel that thrush, it throws you back into the seat. It's what really makes cars like this enjoyable to drive, and especially the style Saturn did with this car. It's very unique. The Solstice was beautiful also. It was more round. The Sky has a lot of sharp edges, which what brought its attention to me. So ever since this car first came out, I've wanted one, and now I got one. And I'm proud to say that as a surprise, it's one of the last ones ever made. So I'm really proud of this vehicle.
Phenomenal. Well, Ron, not only do you have a cool car, you got a cool name. I'll tell you what, it's starting to get late around here, and it's almost my nap time. So Ron, I think I'm going to borrow your Sky pillow, go take a little nap, and then we're going to take a look at some more cars. Stay with us. Now, there's a lot of classic cars out here at the Day Spring Car Show, and I found one of them that's gorgeous. I'm here with Frank. Now, this car actually was at the Tampa show where it won the Director's Divisional Award, and Wolfman Jack, he was talking about it all nationwide at Old Town in Kissimmee. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the car. Tell me the story first. It's pretty phenomenal with the mayor and where it came from.
Well, when I was looking for a four-door, they were hard to find, a good one. So I found one about 3 miles from my home when I lived in Winter Haven, Florida. So he happened to be the mayor of Lake Alfred. The story he gave me and the title kind of went together because the car came from, I believe it was Albany, Oregon, and it belonged to a doctor that used it on his routes, home visits. So I bought the car and I took it home, and then I just tore it down and started over.
Now you even have a couple of pieces, original pieces you told me about, the mirror and stuff. What's that all about?
Well, back in the day you would get a mirror that you could write your mileage and whatnot, oil changes down on.
Right.
That goes on the visor. Well, I have that at home with the Nissan Ford dealership.
Cool. Very cool piece of the car. Let's start with the paint. Tell us about that paint, man. It's gorgeous.
Well, the paint is a Ford, a 98 Ford original color green. I wasn't aware at the time, but in the sun it flips. It goes to green and blue, and black.
Yeah, you can see that.
But you know, it's been a real conversational piece over the years.
Now a lot of modifications. I know this one come with the split window and visors. This one's a little different.
Yeah, I took the window out, and I got the glass from a glass company in Texas. They were called Clack Glass. I thought it said crack glass.
Exactly.
So I ordered it up and it came in and it fit like a glove. And you know, for years I was the only one around with a 46, 7, or 8 Ford that had a one-piece window in it.
Also the side windows too. There's no side windows. The little wing windows, they're gone?
I eliminated all the leaks. Of course it's got air. So I wanted all the leaks inside the car gone. So I put a one-piece front door windows in it.
Tell me the story about the suicide doors.
Well, the suicide doors, these cars flexed a lot whenever you driving them over the years. And my brother-in-law actually was thrown out of a 4-door suicide door car when he was young.
Wow.
And through the years, it's really been a good car.
Well, it looks like you kept it up. Frank, I sure appreciate you bringing it out here to Dayspring Christian Academy. It's worthy of one of the trophies. I hope you win one. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you for the interview. Let's check in and thank our sponsors here at Dayspring Christian Academy. Miss Lori Gregg, who's the principal here, and Matt White, the board member.
This is the 5th annual Dayspring Christian Academy car show, and we started this car show to help with our building fund and support our school. And so we are a nonprofit Christian school, and we offer K-3 through the 12th grade. And so we are just really pleased to be able to give a quality education to students, and also from a biblical perspective. And it's a family-oriented school. These are some of our students from various different grades. We have run about 180 students here at the school. And Matt, would you like to say anything about Dayspring?
It's just a wonderful place. Both my kids attend here, and we're just so fortunate to have this opportunity in our area to have a Christian education.
Well, the emblem's not cool enough. How about a 31 Chrysler? Ken, this is your car, man. Tell me about it.
Yeah, listen, that emblem, there's a guy that I met in Hershey, Pennsylvania that cast these out of stainless steel. The ones I'd found that was original, either the wings was broke or the horns was broke. But it took me 2 days to make up my mind whether to buy it, and I bought it. Now, this radiator grill shell is made out of nickel. It's not chrome.
Now,
and
31 Chrysler, you drive this thing?
Yes, I do. I've drove it 20,000 miles in 2.5 years. It's got a 318 Chrysler engine. It's got a 727 Chrysler transmission, 9-inch Ford rear end, Mustang 2 front end.
Wow, well, take us around it. I can see myself standing on those side rails with some machine guns.
That's right, that's right. It's got Escalade electric front seats, 6-way. You can have it any way you want it.
Nice.
Okay? And it's got a wood dash, then it's got up above, it's got for my radios. It's got air conditioning. It's got power rack and pinion steering. It's got all leather interior.
Amenities, but an old car.
That's right, yes sir. It's got original body, and everything else is new.
So you pay to play, though.
That's right. That's
you were driving, it got a little hot. What happened when
that's
you upgraded
right.
that?
Listen, what I done is I replaced the air conditioning system, so that entailed replacing the radiator with an aluminum radiator. The first car show I went to, it run hot when I stopped at a light. So I run into a guy that told me to call Heating Solutions out of Memphis, Tennessee, and I got an electric fan. Listen, I can run 15 or 20 miles an hour in 100-degree heat, and it'll run 170, 180. So I see folks that fall out because theirs runs hot. Mine never runs hot with the air conditioner on.
Well, you gotta love it. 31 Chrysler, drives it on the road, everything here at the Dayspring Car Show. Thanks for watching Exploring the Panhandle. We had a lit fam time, and thanks for watching CCTV.